Hello everybody, this is Vlada from VLADA'S Place, and we are continuing our series of Let's Talk. Today's topic is how to overcome trauma as a family, and we're going to focus on families who have small children in particular. One of the most important things when family unit faces trauma, rather that is a financial trauma, or there might be a disease, or maybe divorce or death of a parent or a close relative. I think the most important thing to remember is leadership. And I'm saying this because when you have a little children, they will always look up to you and to your reaction to whatever is happening around you and to the family. So the reason I'm saying this is my kids are often asked how did they survive losing their father. My husband passed away when my daughter was 8 and my son was only 7, and there was just 3 of us. We did not have a whole lot of family support outside our small unit. But anyhow, they grew up, I can say confidently, without scars. And I don't know what's going to happen 20 years from now, or maybe 30 years from now. But as of today, whenever we talk about the loss, my kids would often comment that people expect them to show and share pain and how terrible this was, where in fact my kids would say, we knew that Dad would pass away, will die, and we were expecting this, we were prepared. You talked to us about this a lot, and then we had a clear understanding what's going to happen afterwards. So in this particular situation, what worked for us was keeping kids in tune to what was happening to our family. Fortunately for us, this did not happen suddenly, so that was one less thing we dealt with. However, we did find ourselves in severe financial problems, and we didn't know if we could even stay in our house, and we had no money. I did not have a job, and I just lost my husband. But one thing that I did know for sure, that was that I will commit to saving my family, and I wanted to make sure my kids knew that. So as little as they were, I still had a discussion with them, explaining to what had happened, why it happened, and what's going to happen now, and also explaining to them where we were at and what financially, and what are some of the things that can happen to us, but also making sure that they understood that I was fully committed to see us through. And so that is something that I think is the most, and it's a key component in overcoming any trauma that comes your way. It's going back to what I said earlier, leadership. And if you have kids, they will look up to you to lead with confidence, with explanation, with commitment, with your efforts, and so on. And so I believe that what we have done, and I believe that can work in different instances, even if you're going through divorce or sickness or any other issues that families might face. So with that said, I just want to remind all the grown-ups that it is up to you to lead. Kids do expect that of you, and if you lead confidently, they will do well. If you as a parent can show calmness, sense of direction, and if you're able to provide explanation and understanding to your kids about the situation, and teach them how you're going to overcome and what's going to take to overcome this situation, kids will easily follow, and kids will easily go over these humps, if you will, in life. And in doing so, this is a great opportunity for families to bond, and kids will learn very important life skills, because inevitably they're going to find themselves again in similar situations where they will need to be a step up and be the leaders for their family. So in today's era, unfortunately, we're trying to shelter kids from so many important things that they should be part of. Overcoming trauma, it might sound pretty brutal. I mean, a lot of parents will say, I don't agree. I think kids should be sheltered and protected. I highly disagree. I think kids should be involved on a level that's appropriate to their age. And with that said, there's certain levels of explanation and details about situation, but in any case, they need to be involved. And with that, they will have the opportunity to be part of the solution as well. And I think that's very important, because for all of us, when we find ourselves in situations that seems helpless, it's empowering to be part of a solution and overcoming. And this is a very important lesson for young lives. Obviously, I wish I didn't have to face this with my kids when they were 7 and 8. It would have been easier perhaps if they were 12 and maybe or 15 or something like that. But the formula works regardless of the age. Again, it has to be customized with the details and explanation, age appropriate. But the bottom line is always the same. We have to be frank with our kids, but we also have to step up as the grown-ups and as the parents to lead, and to do it with absolute commitment to overcoming and to seeing that our family does better. And so I think that's something that has saved me and saved my family and our unit. And I would like to kind of encourage the rest of you to have more talks with your kids, not to leave them aside from what your family is going through. We should not burden our kids on a daily basis, and that's another important thing. Although I think it's important to give kids an overall situation and to give them overall solution and the process and explain them all that, this is not something that we should burden them on a daily basis. So I think this could work for a lot of families, assuming that you as a parent are ready to step up and that you are ready to lead with the commitment to seek the solution, to find it, and to make sure that whatever you do will be for the benefit of your little unit. I firmly believe that we don't give enough credit to our children, and that we don't involve them enough in a family dynamics. A lot of parents will argue that sharing your financial situation with children is not something you should do. I highly disregard, because in our process of overcoming financial burdens, my kids always had an idea of what the obstacle was and how we needed to do this, and how they could help and participate in helping me overcome the situation. And so obviously we don't need to burden the kids on a daily basis saying, I can this bill or that bill, but the general idea of how this will play out is something that should certainly be included in, and also given opportunity to participate. That is very, very, very important for you as a family right now, and again, for them as a family in the future, because as I said earlier, life does not go without troubles and turbulences and trauma. This is all part of living and existing. So what we need to do early on is to show kids how some of this is overcome, and how these things are not permanent blocks in life, but rather an obstacle and a way for us to learn better ways to navigate. So just because you have an obstacle, that does not mean it's the end of the road. What it does, it makes you think and regroup to figure out the way over, under, on the sides. But important thing is to make sure the kids see that there's a continuation of life and joy and planning and everything that's good in life. So I hope this helps, because I'm speaking from a first hand, because again, 12 years ago, our family went through something extremely traumatic, and yet we pulled together. And my kids, I mean, I was still waiting, you know, for years that eventually they would come, and there may be side effects of that will show themselves, but they are both adults now. And when we visit and revisit this time, and when I ask them how they feel, I'm so proud to say that they healed with a sense of direction, a gratitude, a sense of understanding, and a sense of just peace, if I can say, about the whole thing. And with the mental illness rising in this country, especially among young people, it is very important that we as parents reach out to our kids, that we show them and give them skills and give them tools to go through some of these things and work things through. But the only way we can do this is if we show up as a committed and understanding leader. Thank you guys for watching. I will be sharing a few more of these little thoughts, and just because I believe that we as parents and as a common people, we need to share our experiences and help to build each other, especially parents. We should be helping each other to raise healthier and happier kids. And for that, there are a lot of things that need to change in this country. And one of them that I'm trying to share with you and change is this simple openness and sharing our experiences and encouraging others and building others through our personal experiences in life. My name is VLADA. If you like this video, please give us your likes, comment, ask the questions. I'm here to help as much as I can. And if you like the whole concept of what are we trying to do here, you can visit me on my website. This is a charity called VLADA'S Seeds of Life, whose mission is reconnecting families and communities in America. And my goal is to see more better connected communities, better connected families in America, and to see more happier and healthier children thriving in a healthy and safe communities and environment. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you soon. And if you like this, give us a thumbs up, like it for the next video. And until then, please stay well and take good care of yourself and those around you.